Son of a bitch.
Son of a gun. Steering cable 101 video. We got a couple things to look at on your steering cable connection. You got the T-bar here that actuates your steering. So I tried to change these pins out. This is a nice new one. Sometimes in the field it's just as simple as that cotter pin has fallen out, and then this comes off the T-bar and your cable goes slopping. That's an ideal fix. You can fix that in the field. You can find like a wire flag, or there are makeshift. Eric tries to put replacement pins in your toolkit, so if you should have some of these in your toolbox. If that happens to be the case, that's a nice easy fix. But then if you have, this one's our tension, they're supposed to have some bit of play. They're not supposed to be, you should be able to move them about an inch roughly. And the wheel guide, that cable runs up further to where the steering wheel sprocket is, but if you hit a stick, sometimes this comes off. So this is why you don't ride over sticks, so you don't lose your steering cable. That pulley that ain't going nowhere, so that should usually be okay. But then to tighten, those are the first things you want to check. Did it come off the wheel? Did the clip come out? But then the next part, I wonder if I can get it. You can kind of see inside there. Oh, that's getting, there it is. That thread goes up and through there. And you got this part and then the nut to spin that to tighten it. The three tools you need, well, really just two. You need a vice grip and a 1/2-inch wrench. And I wonder if I can, I'll just put it. So basically, to tighten this, you need a vice grip down here. There we go. Vice grip. The bottom of that rod, there's metal. And then you got to take your 1/2-inch, get in here. Yeah, let's do some quick camera work. Let's try this one. Sorry. There we go. Can work hands-free now. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. Holding the vice grip. You can see. Okay. Holding the vice grip on that, you keep the cable steady. You got to back up. Oh yeah, that one's tight. You got to back up the nut first. And see how that top is wanting to spin? This is where having two is kind of nice. So if that top is spinning, you need to get 2 wrenches on it to loosen that nut. Oh, it helps if I go the right way. So now you can see that nut is spinning down. I put some anti-seize on there, so hopefully those don't seize up. And that's the issue. If you can't get that nut to come off, and then especially when you go, so now when you want to adjust it, I'm pretty sure it's just the lefty loosey, righty tighty. You got to spin. Can you see I'm spinning that top part? The nut is down, but now I can move Now I'm actually moving the tension on the cable. So righty tighty, lefty loosey, and yeah, you just spin this. It feels pretty tight. You want to like inch of play. That one's pretty tight, but then you push that, roll that nut back. And this is where I think this is the most important part, why you have to use 2 wrenches. You keep that one on the top piece, and then you got to crank this to crank that nice and tight. 2 wrenches, and having that vice grip holding the cable steady. You want to get that nice and tight where, yeah, you don't want that falling off in the field. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty decent. You can see that. Yeah, that's kind of the main, but then I guess more involved if you're in the field and you're watching this video and those are all, if everything's functioning but you're still not, if you're turning the steering wheel and it's not moving the tires, there's a keyway up in the shaft of the steering wheel, and if you have no, when you move the steering wheel and the tires aren't moving, you got a way bigger problem, and it definitely should probably come back to the shop to get a new keyway put in. But yeah, so trying to get my camera angle here. So this is moving. When I move the steering wheel, it's moving that tire. So if you move your wheel and have no tire movement, you got a bigger problem. But as for keeping your cables tight and just tightening them, it's just 3 tools: 2 1/2-inch wrenches and a vice grip. And might be a little uncomfortable doing it on the ground. It's a lot easier doing it with the machine lifted up, but there are a couple ways you could probably go about it. But that's our steering cable 101 video.